Hello, you're watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. Workshop organized on progress of community-based sanitation programs. Commendable effort being exerted on expansion of vegetables and fruits farming. India records more than 4,000 COVID-19 deaths in one day. And the UN says Burkina Faso attacks displaced thousands in 10 days. For local news. The Ministry of Health organized a two-day workshop on the progress of community-based sanitation programs at the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers headquarters in Asmara. Speaking at the opening of the workshop conducted from May 6 to 7, the Ministry of Health, Ms. Amina Nur Hussein, stated that effort is underway in line with world programs since 2009 with a view to ensure environmental health by introducing latrines. Minister Amina stated that strong endeavor has been exerted to implement national declaration issued in 2018 and that latrines have been introduced in about 60% of the nation. Ms. Amina also said that effort is underway in collaboration with the partners in the implementation of policies to combat traditional and hazardous health practices. UNICEF representative in Eritrea, Ms. Shaheen Nilofer, stated the significance of the utilization of latrines and ensuring public and environmental health, and added that the program is yielding encouraging results in Eritrea. Representatives of the Ministry of Health regional branch delivered activity reports on various issues including maternal and child rights, as well as implementation of policies to combat traditional and hazardous health practices. Participants in the workshop discussed on the reports delivered and adopted various resolutions. The Ministry of Agriculture stated that encouraging result has been registered from the vegetables and fruit farming expansion effort nationwide. The effort has yielded encouraging results and production, this according to the ministry. Head of Vegetation Development Unit of the Ministry, Mr. Ermias Asmelaj, said that the number of farmers engaged in the vegetables and fruits farming activities has increased by 7-fold. Mr. Ermias also said that currently more focus is being given on the cultivation of potatoes, onions, green pepper, tomatoes, cabbages, salad, among others, and on fruits such as orange, lemon, mandarin, bananas, papaya, guava, dates, and mangoes. Mr. Ermias also said that dams of various size built and being built in various areas are contributing in the expansion and development of vegetables and fruits farming activities, boosting production. Poultry farming being conducted in the southern Eritrea region is registering encouraging results. This is according to the Regional Animal Resource Branch. According to Mr. Hapten Mariam Abraham, head of Animal Resource Branch in the southern Eritrea region, over 25,000 chicks have been distributed to 1,100 farmers in 3 phases since the end of 2020. The chicks that were distributed to farmers in the first phase in 3 subzones have already reached the stage of egg and meat production. Mr. Hapten Mariam also called on farmers to store animal fodder during the cold season and start cultivating green fodder in their areas. And now back with the international news after a short break. Welcome back. India recorded more than 4,000 coronavirus deaths in a day for the first time as more states imposed lockdowns in a desperate bid to halt the devastating new COVID-19 surge. The more than 4,100 new deaths took India's overall toll to more than 238,000 since the pandemic started. It added another 400,000 new cases in 24 hours, taking its caseload to nearly 21.9 million, second only to the United States. Health experts who have expressed doubts about the official death toll say the new wave may not hit a peak until the end of May, and there have been mounting calls for tough nationwide measures. Morgues and crematoriums have struggled to handle the number of dead, and makeshift funeral pyres burn in parks and car parks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been criticized for his handling of acute oxygen shortages, though the government says it is doing all it can. More than 17,500 people in Burkina Faso have been forcefully displaced from their homes in the past 10 days due to by unidentified armed groups that have killed 45 people. This according to the UN Refugee Agency. Attacks by armed groups linked to al-Qaeda and the Islamic State in the West African Sahel region have been rising sharply since the start of the year, particularly in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, with the civilians bearing the brunt. The UNHCR statement said gunmen had carried out a series of attacks in 3 separate regions, burning down houses and shooting civilians dead. The assailants also looted health centers and damaged homes and shops. The refugee agency also said the security situation in the Sahel region is fueling one of the fastest growing displacement crises in the world. Burkina Faso's ill-equipped army has struggled to contain the spread of violence. More than 170 Palestinians have been injured after Israeli police stormed the alAqsa mosque and dispersed worshippers elsewhere in the occupied East Jerusalem, as weeks-long tension between the Israeli and the Palestinians over Jerusalem soured again. Earlier in the day, tens of thousands of Palestinians worshippers packed into the mosque on the final Friday of Ramadan, and many stayed on the protest in support of Palestinians facing eviction from their homes on Israeli-occupied land claimed by Jewish settlers. During the past weeks, residents of Sheikh Jarrah, as well as Palestinian and international solidarity activists, have attended nightly vigil to support the Palestinian families under threat of forced displacement. Israeli border police and forces have attacked the sit-ins using tear gas, rubber-coated bullets, and shock grenades over the past few days. Dozens of Palestinians are being arrested. The U.S. State Department said it is extremely concerned about the violence in Jerusalem and called on Israeli and Palestinian officials to act decisively to de-escalate tensions. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.